What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a great day. Welcome to the channel. If you haven't been here before, I ask that you guys subscribe and click that bell. This channel is Faith-Based Apologetics, and we grab your faith by the book, and we try to answer the hard questions of Christianity. I've been kind of contemplating in a sense something that's kind of been on me for a long time, something that I kind of find slightly embarrassing about myself. All that and more after this. So I'm going to ask you guys a question, and let's see who raises their hand, because I know. And so for me, personally, in my prayer life, every time I feel the Lord moving, I start to weep. I start to sob. I start to cry. I start to get teary-eyed. Whatever you want to call it. I can just feel that presence of the Lord. And all of a sudden, next thing I know, the tears flow. Now, people have tried to make me feel better over the years and say, well, hey, Jeremiah was known as the weeping prophet, right? So, in other words, he was a big crybaby. Like me. All jokes aside, though, it's just I can't control it. You know, as I've gone on in my faith, that's something that the Lord has just kind of driven me to. You know, I used to be a very hard person, a very calloused person, and as the Lord's worked in my life, I've kind of experienced that, and I've wondered how many of you have experienced that. Raise your hands. Okay, I see one over there. You're lying, but anyway, my point is that it's something that I've encountered in my faith and encountered in my walk, and I was just curious at how many other people have encountered that. I used to be embarrassed by it until I've read some of these scriptures that I'm going to share with you guys, and the Lord's kind of called to action here. So this was something that I will admit that was in my class, so this isn't something I came up with on my own. This is something very small that I want to share with you guys. It says, Jesus wept in John 11:35. Jesus wept for a city in Luke 19:41. Jesus had compassion upon them in Matthew 9:36. David wept over insults for God in Psalms 69:9-10. Isaiah wept in Isaiah 9:11. Josiah wept for his people in 2 Kings 22:19. All those verses, the reason why I rattled those off, okay? I used to be slightly embarrassed over the fact that I would feel that connection with God and I would start to weep over that. I can say wholeheartedly I no longer feel embarrassed because of that. Now, it would happen at the most inopportune time. Somebody would say, Dan, I want to ask you to pray for whatever in a small group or something with church, and I would start to pray, and as I would I guess you could say, get into my prayer or start to feel the Spirit leading me, the tears would flow, and then it's like, now I'm just put on the spot and I look like a big sob mess. But that's okay, because here's the thing, when we look at here in the scriptures, Jesus wept. Shortest verse of the Bible. Jesus wept, right? So he had compassion upon these other individuals. He wept for them, right? And I just rattled off all these people in the Bible who wept for others. And there's much more, you know. My point is when's the last time you wept for somebody in your prayer life? When's the last time your heart was broken to the point to where you just couldn't help but cry because of that person's situation? Maybe it's a family member, maybe it's somebody that you hold dearly close to you. But when's the last time that happened? And if it has been a long time, then why? Some food for thought there. Why is it? If you can't remember the last time that's happened, why has it been so long that you can't remember? Because the call is still the same. We're still called to go out and make disciples among the nations. In other words, we're supposed to go out and make other followers for Jesus. So we're supposed to have this mindset of constantly trying to help people come to Christ and come to know the Lord in a way that we know Him. So that Great Commission hasn't changed since Jesus said it over 2,000 years ago. The point is that why are we not weeping? When's the last time we wept for our nation? When's the last time we wept for our church? When's the last time we wept for our president? Where's the last time that we have done these things on our face with tears? I guess to wrap it all up and put a big old bow on it for everybody is, if this happens to you and this is something that you've dealt with in the past, don't be embarrassed by it. I'm not going to be embarrassed by it anymore, because that just shows that the Lord's working in my life. And it showed that He has had me grow spiritually, and my heart is being transformed into His heart.